teacher asks her class if there are 5 birds sitting on a fence and you shoot one of them, how many will be left? She calls on little Johnny to answer. He replies, there are none left. They all fly away with the first gunshot. The teacher replies the correct answer is 4, but I like how you're thinking. Then little Johnny says, I have a question for you. There are 3 women sitting on a bench having ice cream. One is delicately licking the sides of the triple scoop of ice cream. The second is gobbling down the top and sucking the cone. The third is biting off the top of the ice cream. Which one is married? The teacher, blushing a great deal, replies, well, I suppose the one that's gobbled down the top and sucked the cone. To which little Johnny replies, the correct answer is the one with the wedding ring on. But I like how you're thinking. First night together, a newlywed couple gets ready for bed. The new bride comes out of the bathroom all showered and wearing a beautiful robe. The proud husband says, my dear, we're married now. You can open your robe. The beautiful young woman opens her robe and he's astonished with her beauty. Ooh, ah, he exclaims. Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful. Let me take a picture. Puzzled, she asks, my picture? He answers, yes, my dear, so I can carry your beauty next to my heart forever. She smiles and he takes her picture, and then he heads into the bathroom to shower. He comes out wearing his robe, and the new wife asks, why are you wearing a robe? We're married now. The man opens his robe and she exclaims, oh, my, let me get a picture. He beams and asks, why? She answers, so I can get it enlarged. Priest was driving along and saw a nun on the side of the road. He stopped and offered her a lift, which she accepted. She got in and crossed her legs, forcing her groin to open and reveal a lovely leg. The priest took a look and nearly had an accident. After regaining control of the car, he stealthily slid his hand up her leg. The nun looked at him and immediately said, Father, remember Psalm 129? The priest was flustered and apologized profusely. He forced himself to remove his hand. However, he was unable to remove his eyes from her leg. Further on, while changing gear, he let his hand slip up her leg again. The nun once again said, Father, remember Psalm 129? Once again, the priest apologized. Sorry, sister, but the flesh is weak. Arriving at the convent, the nun got out, gave him a meaningful glance, and went on her way. On his arrival at the church, the priest rushed to receive a Bible and looked up Psalm 129. It said, Go forth and seek. Further up, you will find the glory. Physically large guy meets a woman at a bar, and after a number of drinks, they agree to go back to his place. As they are making out in the bedroom, ready for the act, he stands up and starts to undress. After he takes his shirt off, he flexes his muscular arms and says, See there, baby? That's 100 pounds of dynamite. She begins to drool. The man drops his pants, strikes a bodybuilder's pose, and says, See those, baby? That's 1,000 pounds of dynamite. She's aching for action at this point. Finally, he drops his underpants and she grabs her purse and runs screaming to the front door. He catches her before she's able to run out of the door and asks, Why are you in such a hurry to leave? She replies, With 2,000 pounds of dynamite and such a short fuse, I was afraid you were about to blow. As an ultimate test of his willpower, a man decided to give up sex for Lent. Although not thrilled with the idea, his wife agreed to support him in this effort. The first few weeks weren't too difficult. Things got tougher during the next couple of weeks, so the wife wore her dowdiest night clothes and chewed on garlic before going to bed. The last couple of weeks were extremely tough on the husband, so the wife took to locking the bedroom door and forcing the husband to sleep on the couch. Easter morning finally came. A knock came on the wife's bedroom door. Knock, knock, knock. The husband says, "Guess who?" The wife answers, "I know who it is." The husband says again, "Guess what I want?" The wife says, "I know what you want." The husband answers, "Guess what I'm knocking with?" Bill worked in a pickle factory. He had been employed there for a number of years when he came home one day to confess to his wife that he had a tremendous urge to stick his penis into the pickle slicer. His wife suggested that he should see a therapist to talk about it, but Bill indicated that he'd be too embarrassed. He vowed to overcome the compulsion on his own. One day, a few weeks later, Bill came home absolutely ashen. His wife could see that at once, that something was seriously wrong. "What's wrong, Bill?" she asked. Do you remember that I told you how I had this tremendous urge to put my into the pickle slicer?" "Oh, Bill, you didn't." "Yes, I did." "My God, Bill, what happened?" "I got fired." "No, Bill, I mean what happened with the pickle slicer?" "Oh, she got fired too," the man says. Father and son went hunting together for the first time. The father said, "Stay here and be very quiet. I'll be across the field." A little while later, the father heard a blood-curdling scream and ran back to his son. "What's wrong?" the father asked. "I told you to be quiet." The boy answered, "Look, I was quiet when the snake slithered across my feet. I was quiet when the bear breathed down my neck. I didn't move a muscle when the skunk climbed over my shoulder. I closed my eyes and held my breath when the wasp stung me. I didn't cough when I swallowed the net. I didn't swear or scratch when the poison oak started itching. But when the two squirrels crawled up my trouser leg and one of them said, 'Should we eat them here or take them with us?' Well, I guess I just panicked." The man returns home early from work one afternoon to find his wife spread out on the bed, puffing and panting. "What are you doing?" the man inquires. She stammers back. I think I'm having a heart attack." "Oh," cries the gullible husband. "Quick, I'll call an ambulance." He runs downstairs, picks up the phone and begins dialing 911. When his son, little Johnny, appears, sobbing his little heart out. "What's the matter, son?" asks the father. "Uncle James is in the closet with no clothes on, Daddy," replied his tearful toddler. Enraged, the man runs back upstairs, flings open the wardrobe and finds his brother there absolutely naked, just as his son had said. "You bastard, Jim," screams the man. "My wife is over there having a heart attack and you're running around naked scaring Johnny." One day, a little girl and a little boy were at the park with their pants pulled down. The little girl asked the little boy, "What is that?" And the little boy said, "I don't know." Then the little boy asked the little girl the same thing and she said she didn't know. So that night, the little girl asked her mom and her mom said, "That's your garage, and you must not let any big trucks go in." Meanwhile, at the little boy's house, the little boy asked his dad what it was, and his dad said, "That's your big truck, and you must not park it in any garage." The next day, the boy and the girl pulled their pants down again, but this time the girl went home with blood on her hands. Her mom screamed and asked why she had blood on her hands. The girl said, "The boy tried to put his big truck in my garage, so I pulled his two back tires off."